Hi, I'm Abby again, and I'm your instructor for Space of Possibility Visual Journals. In the corner here, this is Seti again. It seems like every time I go to talk to somebody or talk on the phone or apparently talk on video, she's got things to say, so she's going to be my left-hand girl right now. I'm going to go over the syllabus briefly with you. You really need to read the whole thing, but I just want to touch on some basic points just to make sure that these get across these sort of critical things. Again, my instructor, Abby Allen, it's really important when you email me, too, that you have the AN, because, well, we're Scottish, not English, first of all. But second of all, spelling with an EN, for whatever reason, it just goes into the ether. There was no Abby Elon, but one way or another, it does happen, so just make sure that you try and use that. And if you're worried about it, cut and paste, and you can also send it to my abigailallen@gmail.com email address. And of course, a cell phone is more than fine to use. In fact, especially if I'm out and about during my office hours, you can text, you can call, just make sure you let me know who you are. I'll get a phone number, and I won't be able to know who I'm talking to, so just say, you don't say Captain X, say your name, but let me know who I'm talking to. My Skype, I downloaded a bad version of it, so for whatever reason, it's not cooperating. So please use the IM address if you want to chat, and I believe there's a video chat option on it as well if you need to see more of this loveliness. But I can IM chat with you just fine. That's Abby KFAI Radio. And yeah, I'm a radio personality, so if any time here I say, oh, and I'm your host, that's what I mean. Not assuming that you're a parasite or anything, just assuming that it's radio. Let's see, you can find the course, of course, it's going to be all on Blackboard, which is new for me. So again, if you have any suggestions, if there's something I might be not explaining right, please let me know. This is a learning process for me. I'm used to doing this in person, so I'm going to do the best I can, but, feel free to let me know if there's anything I could be doing better. I see this as something that we do together, not me giving information down to you, but this is sort of a cooperative group, and you're also going to be learning from each other as well, so please use the whole community. This is really exciting. My physical office hours, I will exist Thursdays at MCAD from 10 a.m. until 12. Now, those office hours are not only for you guys, but also for my 3D students that I have there as well. So if I'm away, please feel free, call me, text me, just because I'll keep the phone on me, but if I'm out helping some kid weld or something, I don't want you to feel left behind. And of course, if I've missed you or if those hours are bad, please go ahead, by appointment. You can contact me. The description and goals, I want you to read over those specifically yourself. The one thing I do want to say about this course is that I've already had a question about it, so I do want to address the idea that you are taking your own work that you do on your own and applying it to this visual journals. Right away, the first sort of project is that you're mind mapping your concepts, the things you want to cover, how you want to approach this journal, and think about what you've done in the past, but really hone this to developing your own work. This is the place where you experiment and develop those processes, and I don't want to determine the content for you. Most of the projects are really based on you collecting images or organizing images, research that you apply to what you do. Some to varying degrees, but really I want to make sure that you have that option. So somebody already contacted me saying, hey, I've already got this research thing I'm working on. Do I have to give that all up? No, not at all. So really make sure that you get the most out of this course as much as possible. And if there's anything I can do throughout, if there's something you're unsatisfied with, if there's something you want to learn more about, that's what the group is here for. So between asking each other, but also asking me, tell me what you need. I want to make sure that I'm serving you in the best way possible. Of course, you're studying creative and critical skills, you're using technology, experimenting with new materials, and brainstorming techniques. It's such a cool class. I wish I was taking this. It's so great. I'm so lucky I get to teach it, though. It's even more fun because I get to see what you make. Again, the mediums, like we mentioned before, media is totally up to you. Grades and evaluations. Dun, 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 dun. I will be doing my best I can to try and keep up with that as much as possible. I'm trying to at least make sure that there's at least one day that if not two, where I get to specifically grading. But your class requirements, make sure you get these things on time, that you're participating, that you're commenting on other people's projects. When we get to the sort of class flow, do put this in your calendar. I figured all this out way in advance, and if there's any changes, I'll let you know right away. But on the whole, if you follow this assignment, you can pretty much plug your due dates in now, because I was one of those students that needed to work ahead. If you're one of those, please let me know. But I want to make sure that there's a lot of sort of sub-due dates. There's a lot of work to do in this course, but it's worth it. It feels like a lot, but it's really just projects that are sort of broken down into small parts due throughout the week, so the course has a regular flow, not week, week, week. So instead of siloed education, there's really this back and forth dialogue. Do expect to spend anywhere between 9 and 13 hours per week on this course. It's a 3-credit class, and so because we're not physically meeting, you do need to kind of make sure that this time is implied by you sort of going through this process yourself. Handbook rule about grading, A, B, C, D, F. Yep, you know them. And when Blackboard, this will be the first time I'm allowing more of Blackboard to do my grading. I'm kind of anal about this. I actually believe in giving you a format, and my boyfriend just came home, so I'll let him know what I'm doing here in a second. But, hey, Ben, I'm recording, so you know. Okay. Anyway, so there's a point breakdown. Discussions are going to be worth 15% of your total grade. That's really important because it's, again, the whole thing. So even if you see a discussion and it's worth 10 points, that doesn't mean that it's 10 points and that compares to a project grade. Remember that all those points add up, and that's 15% of your grade, so that responds to your 3 or 4 people in the group. Assignments are 25% of your total grade, so all the assignments that you do, those projects, they're, again, 25%. And I break them down in grading your sort of concept of what you were trying to do. 10 points goes to development, how much you develop it, apply to research, look at what your fellow classmates suggested. 10 points, time duration you spent on this. Come on, scroll up. 10 points on creativity, pushing yourself beyond the boundaries. I really kind of like to grade you against yourself. And of course, craftsmanship. Very important. Research, 15% of your grade, and that's how you explain on Blackboard how you came to your process, if you're posting articles, if you're posting websites, things that gave you the direction to get where you're at. You really want to take this course. It's why I'm not enforcing you to buy one specific book. I want you guys to create these texts together and really develop your own resource book. I think it's far more valuable than saying, this is the one to go with. So lots of resources for you to start with, but please, for each research project, you want to, each post you have, show us how you came to where you got, and even if you just pull things off the example pages too, like why did you find this helpful? Continued personal work, again, these are all the other pages. Because it's a daily journal, I really hope per week you've got about 5 to 7 entries. Now, I am not going to actively grade these like the way I will, your assignments, where I break down the assessment and sort of personal critique. These ones I feel are really your own work, and it's not my job to judge them. So I'm just kind of grading them on a 1 to 10 scale, mostly about effort, exploration, just a general kind of thing. Not really judging the